Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to your new energies reading. Okay, I'm making this recording just before the new moon in Scorpio, which is going to take place on the 13th of November. I am Rafah, Straight Talking Tarot, Liberty Lane Guidance and Tarot. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so we've just come out of the eclipses as well. So this is the first new moon out of the eclipse. So there's been lots of energy. In fact, while I was shuffling your cards, there were quite a few cards that really wanted to pop out. So I feel that somehow, Aquarians, you have a lot of energy at the moment. Maybe some discord. You don't know whether you're coming or going, but I do know that you've gone through some quite challenging aspects in your personal life. When I say personal, in your world, okay, and there has been and there will be some justice, because the justice came out with that, as well as I think I think you feel a bit run down or hard done by. There's been a lot of challenges, Aquarians, and I could actually vouch for that myself, being an Aquarius sun. Okay, this is for all placements of Aquarius, especially if you've got North Node as well. This could speak to you, so do pay attention and let's have a look. So I've got 4 cards here of the Tarot from the Light Seers Tarot, and I've got 2 from the first kind of round, which is the energy that you're coming into with a reading. All right, beautiful. So we've got here the Page of Wands, starting up with the Page of Wands. So for me, this tells me that you have a sense of something's coming in. Okay, maybe it could be a sense of a beginning, maybe coming out of that dark situation, because you have really been through it, having some sleepless nights, really trying to figure out which way to go. And I will say that somehow that maybe you want to be grabbing an opportunity that comes flying your way. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, now we've also got again the 9 of Pentacles in the inverted. I think Cancer got this. Yeah, I think so. So again, you want to check that. Okay, so for me, this is about you maybe really seeing which areas of your life, financially or in terms of your work or your craft, hasn't really materialized, or maybe where things have kind of gone upside down. Okay, and by that I mean there've been so many changes for so many people, and again I speak for myself, that I know for a fact that there's been lots of things either falling apart, falling through, also sifting through your ideas as well and seeing which ideas, this is where you're at currently, coming into this energy. So the energy you could be in is, what ideas have you got that you want to hold on to? What ideas do you feel is going to make you some money? What is going to be gainful? Where is it coming from your heart? Okay, and I think what you want to, those two coming together, it's really great, because really this is the energy you want to be in, Aquarians. All right, you certainly want to be in the energy of letting the whatever inspires you, what gives you that kind of sense of leaping out of the bed scenario. Okay, no more doldrums. Okay, no more sort of going through the motions. Oh, wrong card. No more going through the motions. You know, this is really important now, that you take the opportunity that is going to get you ahead financially, and perhaps even put you in a better financial position. Okay, let's see what other cards here we've got for you. I'm going to open the second card. Yeah, I think in some way this is for sure that you're going to have to let go. There's been some sorrow, some passage in your life, perhaps releasing some ideas, letting go of some thought forms, negativity, and allow what's really rightfully yours and what you believe to be true for you to actually take you to the next level passage of your life. Okay, you've definitely come from a choppy waters, 6 of Swords here. The boat is, she's standing on the boat, so it's good. So obviously it's not too choppy, but at the same time, you've been through it, okay, and you're arriving. This boat is actually pulling into the shore. Okay, I feel like you've been led by some messages that you've been getting, some forms of inspiration that you've been getting, and really being absolutely true to yourself, what beliefs, personal beliefs, and maybe what truths you've been living out of that no longer serves, and really allowing that to be abandoned, okay, and discarded, and just move towards things that really speak to you, okay, things that are calling you. Very important, okay, and you also have all the tools that you need. So perhaps it's not a time to maybe start something, as in, feel like you need to acquire something new. This is, if you see her, she's got her luggage with her, so you've got everything that you need. She's got that suitcase there, so you've got what you need to take you to the next level. Okay, sometimes I think out of fear we could think that we haven't got enough and we've got to be studying something, or we've got to kind of buy another another, program or another ebook or another journal, all these sort of so many online, the shops got greater with the internet, right? We've got so many options, so many people were selling, similar, themes to your work maybe, and you think you just haven't got that enough, or you haven't got that, which means you've got to acquire it. Trust me, okay, you have what it takes for you to move into the next passage. Go with what you have and see where the next stage of your life is going to take you. So again, we've got Page of Swords here, so very youthful energy here, Aquarians. I feel as well possibly that some of you could be feeling much more lighter now. Okay, we've had Saturn move out of Aquarius as well into Pisces. So, you would have had things going really slowly as well, and things could have been frustrating and, possibly even feeling sluggish yourself. And you are now definitely, with the 2 pages here, there's a sense of wonderment, there's a sense of possibility, there's a sense of excitement that you could actually really be thriving towards. I want you to also, I think Scorpio's got this as well, right? And this is your outcome. So this is now, you want to really see what's going to speak to you, what's going to really perk you up, what's going to pique your interest, where is going to light you up that you're going to be moving forward. Again, she's holding a book in the hand here, and I feel like this is a knowledge you already have. Okay, she's holding, this could be her journal, this could be her notes, and so therefore you already have what it takes to do what your next stage of life is calling you. Okay, if it could be a workshop you want to put on, it could be some new program you want to put on, it could be maybe some kind of new clients you have. Okay, and pay attention to what is going on around you, so you can actually even offer maybe what you've got in your immediate circle. Okay, something that's around you rather than you having to seek it out. I feel like you've definitely been crossing a passage as well, so this is a time for maybe letting go of anything that, like I said, no longer that resonates, no longer has any charm, and really see what kind of action you can put, what strategy you can put in place. Okay, so I'm going to leave the tarot here. I might come back with some other, I've got some other decks here to my left, so I'm going to have a look. At the bottom of the deck, just quickly looking at this, I feel like in some way this is now really time for you to get courageous and really get working. All right, you've definitely had some kind of rebirth situation. I've got the Death card here, I've got the 8 of Pentacles here, so really time to start working as well, because there's been a shift. You're now really kind of recalibrating where you want to go. I think for some of you, you might be going out of your comfort zone, maybe starting again, or being seen in a different light as well. Okay, you're beginning to see yourself in a different light, and I feel that you've had to undergo definitely some kind of difficulty or something that's taken a lot of strength. Then it is now time to offer your offerings as well, and you see the strength and the 4 of Pentacles here. I feel like you're moving into new community, new possibilities, and new offering, and it's she's kind of holding on to what she knows very tightly. I think now it's time to let it go and start really sort of seeking perhaps where you can share your sense of knowledge, your abundance, maybe even your sort of gainful opportunities as well. Okay, some of you for sure though have gone through some emotional hurt. You can see here we've got both the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. You could be coming out of something very sorrowful. Okay, there could be some emotional pain for some of you. I've gone through that myself. I lost my mother very recently, only in the last 2-3 weeks. So it's been quite hard. There's been a lot of changes in my life, so I've sometimes I've not been able to sleep properly, maybe overthinking things as well. But trust that you're being guided, okay, and you are definitely being guided, because we've got the dove here. If you look at this picture, there's a white dove there, and we've got that here as well. So pay attention not only to your dream state, okay, maybe there's some ideas that's coming in your dream and it's coming out into your everyday life as well. So do pay attention to what's catching your focus and your attention. So let's have a look. I've chosen this time the Soul Journey card as your kind of catalyst card, or to see what other further messages we can I can offer you. And well, this is so great. I love this. I so love this. This is Perseverance. I mean, I don't feel, Aquarians, we could have had a better card for you to sort of cheer you on and to motivate you on forward and all that, okay? Because like I said, you've had it difficult. You've had Saturn kind of like, you've been going through sludge, and things have been really challenging, and to the point that maybe you even felt like giving up here. I mean, look, this girl's on her knees thinking, really more, you know, can I really go and do any more than I am? Okay, so this is really, really important that you just have to hang in there. All right, just trust that anything that's happened, anything that you've been let down by, really is an opportunity for you now to sort of persevere. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind, to do. I need to pause this. Well, talk about perseverance, Aquarians. For some reason, my screen, I'm using QuickTime Player because, a long story, my iPhone is not connecting as a webcam. The bracket broke yesterday anyway, so there's been a lot of perseverance having to happen for me, just generally in life as well, and recording these videos. But anyway, so I accidentally pressed the keyboard and it stopped the recording on the screen, so I am now doing the second segment for Aquarians. So carrying on, like I said, perseverance. I really feel that you guys, you know, we need to, okay, there's a time where you kind of come, you know, it's a bit like the hare and the tortoise. There's no rush. All right, but do not give up towards the end. All right, and I'm not saying the end, but there are times when we're actually really a lot closer than we can really imagine that we are. Okay, and then sometimes we just feel like maybe you need to sort of stall or give up on an idea. But it's really important that you just continue to persevere, Aquarians. That is so important. Okay, I'm going to choose a card from the surrender deck as well. Okay, we've got here surrender, stress. This one came up straight away. All right, so take a few deep breaths and exhale. Tension you've built up in your body, let the stress go as you come back into your center. I would say that was very true as well. You guys have gone through a really stressful time. Really good to sort of recognize where you are maybe possibly setting yourself up with maybe overloading your schedule, perhaps doing too much, trying to do too much in a day, and maybe even having to put some boundaries up. So if anybody calls, you can just be really honest about things without causing stress. Say you took the phone call and realize that now you've put yourself under pressure to do something. That is all stressful. So being really clear on your boundaries as well, and just being clear in what you are willing to do, what you're not willing to do, and basically really cutting out stress. So we've got here the Six of Swords as well. Six of Swords is moving away from any emotional disturbance, which I would say stress really qualifies for. So this is a real opportunity as we're moving into new moon energies. Okay, we have got a lot of other aspects that could be quite jarring. We've got Mars in Scorpio. We've got some other, you know, planets that are creating a situation that could also create conflict. Okay, conflict of interest. This is in yourself as well, which is very much a head thing. All right, as a Nine of Swords here. Okay, at the bottom of this deck, actually, I've got here about saying setting limits, or to set limits. It is healthy to, I did say this, it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. All right, sometimes we can go into overdrive to also explain things to people about maybe the whys of what we're not doing, or maybe why we don't see them, or we don't want to speak to them right now. Sometimes it's really okay just to say, you know, I just don't have time. You know, oh, nicer, maybe a bit kinder. But, you know, I just literally, in fact, had to do that myself. I was just about to come here. The phone went and I had to turn around and put a boundary up and said, I'm not actually able to speak to you right now. And if I have time, I'll do so later. So it's being really honest, okay, with yourself, particularly, and most important, with others, as you will actually limit the frustration that you will experience. I do feel, Aquarians, most of us and most of you, whatever placement, could be being challenged as well to recognize perhaps what areas of your life needs to change in terms of stop creating elements of frustration. Okay, perhaps somebody is taking credit for your work, or you feel like you're not being paid enough, or whatever it is really important that you allow yourself to be really true and do not keep on setting yourself up for any you know, people who can frustrate you as well, jobs that could frustrate you, clients. Maybe you've got a client, maybe you really want a client and you know that this is going to be not a great place to, or you know, not in the right place to do something. Whatever it is, okay, do listen to yourself. It says here, frustration does not open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup. And you may approach the situation more calmly. I know, again, this has been the theme actually for a lot of these signs so far. I mean, this is the 4th one I'm doing, and this next segment is the element of air, and I'm doing Aquarius first. But I do find that there's been a lot of challenges for a lot of people. It's just the energy of the times now, okay? So there's going to be a lot of crossing over, and the difference between each astrological sign is really where it falls in your chart, what house it falls in, and possibly what other planets could be in. But in essence, the general read so far has been very much about overcoming difficulties, putting an end to situations, things really sort of dying of a death, physical death or otherwise, and being forced to actually move into a place of trust. All right, I really believe as well, if you surrender to stress, you allow to bring more peace in your life, and therefore you're going to experience more peace, basically, and more heartfelt living. Okay, last card for Aquarians here. I have got, this is it, I don't know if you've seen this. This is called the Soul Helper Oracle. And I'm just going to choose one card, or one might just pop out. Anything for the last card for Aquarians, I'm going to go for this one. Okay, rise above the dark days of life. I'd say this is also a very, very accurate, and certainly a card that I could relate to as well. So it says here, rise above dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always turn or return. So again, some of you have been going through some really difficult times, whatever it is you've been, you know, sometimes it really just helps to say, I know I'm going to be okay, or this too shall pass. All right, this is a passage, like I said, this is, you guys really are in this phase now where you're just moving out of some emotional difficulty, a dark time, maybe financial hindrances, you're not seeing the gains of your efforts. All right, but I do feel like you have in some way been noticing what's coming in, and then getting a flicker and a glimmer of excitement. That's really brilliant. Okay, do persevere, all right, because you are going to be really enlightened with some lots of positive ideas, and just trust that the kind of brighter days are ahead. All right, Aquarians, I'm going to leave it here for you. Thanks for watching. All the new subscribers, I've had several in the last month or two even. I've not actually put any new posts up since, I think, August, maybe, or September. But like I said, I've had 2 moves. My mother also passed away, and I also moved last week as well. So it has been quite challenging, to say the least. But by doing the spiritual work as well, doing your inner work, which is something I always do, sitting on my, sort of meditation mat. I do chakra sounds all the time, and I work with my inner child as well, especially when things get quite rough. There will be some details on that, and I'm just going to put it across the screen. If any of you have been struggling with certain patterns or certain feelings of insecurity or vulnerability or stress, or, maybe just noticing where you can even show up even more empowered with some of the challenges that are coming your way, you really want to be doing some inner child work, either with me or whoever might be offering it out there. Okay, but I do combine it with the chakras, which I feel is a really strong way of working, and really gets some fantastic results. Anyhow, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for watching if you got this far, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye for now.